Good morning, welcome to Dark Histories Yesterday Today for the 4th of April. Today, we're going back to Thursday, the 4th of April in 1929. Getting straight into it then, first up we've got a story from an English newspaper of a story that we've covered in Dark Histories before. Howard Carter dies. Howard Carter, who was Lord Carnarvon, was the first man in 32 centuries to cast eyes on the burial chamber of the boy king Tutankhamun, is dead. Last night, 16 years after the tomb of the Egyptian pharaoh was opened in disregard of an ancient curse, death shall come on swift wings to him that toucheth the tomb of a pharaoh. The Egyptologist died. I like in this report that they've gone with the ye olde worldy touch to the spelling of toucheth the tomb of a pharaoh. Yeah, 16 years later, it's not really super swift wings that death came on, was it? So next up, we've got time for a little bit of conspiracy from an American newspaper. Hitler dead? Why, not at all, says New Aid. Scoffs at reports 4 others masquerade as Der Fuhrer. Captain Fitz Wiedemann, new German consul general to San Francisco, sent to this country as Hitler's personal agent to promote goodwill between Germany and the United States, arrived today on the Hamburg, scoffing at reports that Der Fuhrer is dead and that his place is taken by 4 doubles. This is the wildest sort of fantasy, the new diplomat insisted. I saw Herr Hitler only 2 weeks ago. Any American reporter in Berlin can check a false report like that. Someone suggested that perhaps this Hitler is not the right one, and Captain Wiedemann responded quickly, as far as Germans are concerned, he is the right one. Hitler conspiracies, before the end of the war even, before the start of the war even. I think that's jumping the gun just a little bit, but I do like Wiedemann's little tease at the end there with, as far as the Germans are concerned, he is the right one. That was nice. Just stir it up a little bit. So fortunately, the 4th of April 1929 was a Thursday, which means for all of our pleasures, it was the publication day of the Illustrated Police News. And here's a fine piece of news from the shorts section. Miss Louisa McLean of Albert Road, Dalston, has a hot cross bun which she claims is 130 years old. Why would you even keep that anyway? And can you imagine what you can do with a hot cross bun that's 130 years old? They're built like rocks as they are. She's probably using it as a paperweight or something. And next up, from the Illustrated Police News again, we got this story which contains a statement that absolutely can't be true. Cat burglars daring feat to enter house. A cat burglar who stole jewellery valued at between £400 and £500 from the house of Miss Ernest Devine in Durham Villas, Kensington, gained access by first forcing the window of an empty house next door. He then stretched a plank left by decorators from a window on the first floor over some area of spikes to the windowsill of Mrs. Devine's bedroom. Mrs. Devine stated that the burglary was committed while she and her husband were sitting downstairs after dinner. We rather admire the man, she said, as the slip from the plank onto the spikes some distance below would have been very unpleasant. The burglar seems to have taken his time in going through all the drawers in my room, and among the things he took were gifts of a sentimental value. He also visited a room on the second floor where a number of children's toys were kept, but he was good enough to leave them. Although the man must have been in the house a considerable time, we did not hear a sound. Mr. Devine, who is an insurance broker, is the youngest brother of Sir Joseph Devine, the well-known art dealer. Talk about keep calm and carry on attitude. I quite admire the man. She can't have said that, surely, after he's just rifled through all of their drawers and stolen £500 worth of stuff from their house, which in 1929 was a huge amount. Still, if it is true, that is quite some attitude towards life. I quite admire that. Yeah, we've been robbed. That's life. Move on. By the sounds of it, they could probably afford that attitude, maybe. But still, if you're going to live life, might as well live it positively, eh? Anyway, that's yesterday. This is Today. Have a good one.